Hey guys, welcome back to Ride Out MMA. Today we're going to be going over a really fun warm-up game that you should do every time before you get into sparring. My name's Connor, this is Yasmin. Make sure you watch the end to see who wins. Okay guys, so the game that we're going to be going over today is called the touch game, and it's really as simple as it sounds. It's basically tag, but you're both playing at the same time, and it doesn't really matter if you get touched. It doesn't change the game. But the goal of the game is to touch your opponent and not get touched. When we're playing this, right, we do gloves off. We usually do this after a couple rounds of shadow boxing. We're already a little bit warm. We're ready to start moving, and then we'll get our partners together and start like really feeling that fight pace. And that's more or less what we're trying to replicate with this drill as best as we possibly can, right? The pace, the tempo, right? The feeling of sparring with somebody without the impact and just keeping it fun and very lighthearted. So when I'm playing with Yazzie here, right, the touch areas that we're going to be going for are basically anywhere on the torso. I usually say, you know, the t-shirt. So I can touch her shoulders, her chest, her tummy, any of that is on the table for getting touched. Just be careful of getting towards your partner's face and don't do any erratic head movement. When we're playing this game, it's really about the footwork. So when we're moving around, right, make sure you're focusing on having good footwork the entire time and not going like this and like kind of moving really silly, or else we sort of lose really the application of the game. So I know it sounds like pretty simple, but just for example, if me and Yazzie are playing, right, I'll go to touch her and she'll just pull her shoulder away like that, or she'll use her footwork, right, or her footwork, right, to step away from it. But the entire time, you're ready to strike back. There's no penalty for getting touched. It's really just about ego, right? I think we all know who's going to win and lose at the end of the day once the round is done. And I'm not talking about us too, but I mean just in general, when you're going with somebody, you know who's won, you know who's lost for the most part. Sometimes when I'm playing it with the class, I'll yell, okay, last touch wins. So when the clock dings, it's whoever has the last one. What we don't do when we're playing this game, because there's no penalties for actually touching each other, is just go like this the whole time, right? And then we're sort of just like brawling in the middle. Right, it can be fun for like a minute, and it's almost like you're playing like Kung Fu sticky hands, but we're not learning anything by doing that. So if me and Yazzie were playing right now, right, we move around, we're both light on our feet, and we're trying to touch anywhere on the torso. You already got me one. All right, you work your feints, your angles. Biggest win, more or less, is to touch them and not get touched. Also, another way that I kind of think if I'm winning, if I land the first one and they counter me, right, or touch me back, I feel like if I get the first touch, I kind of got the win there. I don't know. But in general, right, it's just meant to be fun. Right, touch them, don't get touched. One very important rule to playing this game is that there is no blocking whatsoever. I should have said that right off the bat, and I'm probably going to put this clip at the start, but you're not allowed to block at all when you're playing this game. So if Yazzie goes to touch me, I can't go like, nope. Right, we're really losing the point of the drill. Right, the whole point of this is to find our timing, our footwork, right, and just move and really warm ourselves up. If we can block, we're not really incentivized to move and really focus on our footwork. If we can block, we can just stand in place and just smack everything away, and then it really looks like sticky hands where we're just slapping each other.
I like sticky hands, by the way. I think it's fun.
But, right, so if me and Yazzie are playing, I'm never blocking once. Anytime she tries to touch me, I'm using my footwork, and I'm not just doing this the whole time. Right, you learn pretty quick that that's not a good strategy when you're playing. So one last thing when we're playing, try to keep your eyes right to the center of the chest as best as you possibly can. Whenever we're working and fighting, we want to be able to see the entirety of the person when we're working with them. Right, I'm looking at her chest, I can see her buff arms, I can see your legs, I can see your feet, I can see everything, right, by just gazing center. So if you start getting fixated on one piece of their body, you're going to lose the rest of it right away. Another similar way that we can apply this drill, and they do it in wrestling and MMA all the time, is you play by doing knee touches. Now this one's a little bit different. You can also do a little bit of blocking and sort of hand fighting, but the concept is relatively the same. You're trying to touch your partner's knees, right, and they're trying to keep them away. So we both take more of a wrestling stance, right, and we're going for each other's knees the entire time, right, and using our footwork. Usually when this one's played though, right, we can do like a little bit of hand fighting as well. Right, but for us, right, we're focusing on striking right now, but in general, right, we can still, right, move around like this. Alright. So applied more or less in the same way, just like in the context of wrestling. So now me and Yazzie are gonna play a 2-minute round. Leave a comment if you think I won. Like the video if you think Yazzie won. Waiting the whole time. I didn't even try it.
Average striker.
Alright, whatever. Alright, again, like the video if you think Yazzie won. Leave a comment if you think I did. I don't think there's going to be a lot of comments. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you guys play. Alright, do it with your students. Do it on your own time with your buddies. This is warm-up. Really fun. Yeah, just have fun with it. Anyways, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next time.
Consent with whoever you're playing.
Yeah.